we can see how the Vedic scriptures are analyzing this material world. Such a beautiful, rigorous analysis. Science also studies material nature only, the same material nature only. But the science cannot have this kind of viewpoint. They are unable to understand why there are objects which we can see, why there are objects which we can hear, why there are objects which we can taste, why there are objects which we can touch, why there are objects which we can smell. Actually, all of these objects exist to give us certain experience. Experience of form, experience of sound, experience of taste. Why do we have to give these kind of 5 kinds of experience only? Why not some other kind of experience? Why not 6 or 7 or 8 or 10? Because in the spiritual world, the jiva enjoys. Anandamayo abhyasat. Actually, in the spiritual world also, the jiva enjoys. The inherent nature of every living entity is to enjoy. We all want to enjoy. We want to experience pleasure. That is our inherent nature. That is the way we are designed. That is the way we are built. That is the way we are created. Nobody can escape from this. Everybody wants to experience pleasure. Now, in the spiritual world, the jiva, the living entity, experiences pleasure by seeing Krishna's rupa, Krishna's form, by hearing Krishna's holy name and the melody from Krishna's flute, by tasting Krishna prasadam, by smelling the fragrance of Krishna's body, by touching Krishna's body. By all these activities, the jiva experiences transcendental pleasure. Now, when the jiva wants to enjoy, he has to enjoy those things only. And therefore, in this material world, these 5 sense objects are created to as a reflection of the kind of enjoyment that the jiva experiences in the spiritual world. The jiva wants to experience the same pleasure, but keeping Krishna out of the picture. And therefore, because the moment you remove Krishna from the picture, you cannot enjoy the same spiritual pleasure. To enjoy the spiritual pleasure with the spiritual senses, we need to have Krishna in the center of our lives. If we want to become independent of Krishna, then our spiritual senses cannot give enjoyment. Because the source of all spiritual enjoyment comes from Krishna only. Through his superior internal energy. Now, when we want to enjoy independent of Krishna, Krishna gives us that facility, saying that, okay, enjoying yourself independent through the spiritual energy is not possible, but I'll make an arrangement through my inferior energy, the material energy. You can try to enjoy independent of me. Actually, it is not possible to enjoy independent of me, Krishna says, but then I'll create an illusion by which you can try to experience that kind of pleasure. Now, you may question, if Krishna can do that, if Krishna is only giving an illusion of enjoyment, independent of Krishna, whereas even material pleasure is also coming from Krishna only, then why Krishna cannot give that illusion in the spiritual energy itself? Why he has to do it in the material energy only? Because the nature of spiritual energy is, as long as we are under the control of spiritual energy, we cannot come under illusion. We will be always enlightened. Illusion is possible to be created only under influence of the material energy. Therefore, Krishna puts us, okay, you want to enjoy independent of me, you try to do that. I will create an illusory world where you can try to do that, which is the material world. And so we come here and we try to experience enjoyment. However, because in reality, and actually Krishna, finally what Krishna wants? Krishna does not want us to perpetually remain in this illusory world. Therefore, Krishna also has allowed for distress within this material world. And according to the laws of karma, when we experience distress, there is a chance that we will turn towards Krishna and we will recognize our mistake in trying to be independent of him, and then we can go back to Godhead and again resume our original spiritual position of ananda or enjoyment. This is the arrangement which is there in this material world. Therefore, in the spiritual world, with the senses you can only enjoy. There is no distress in the spiritual world. But in this material world, the creation of the principles of five is such that when my jnanendriyas interact, when my five jnanendriyas interact with the five objects of the senses, it can give pleasure or it can give distress also. They are not created such that they give only pleasure. In the spiritual world, they will give only pleasure. But in the material world, there is distress also built into these five objects of the senses.